Hey, my Liptons. So I hope this is a quick video. Okay, so Chris Hemsworth, he's been in the news actually for I would say like for like 2 weeks now. He's been in the news. There was like this whole, obviously now it's been over sensationalized. There was like this Alzheimer's scare. Like there's like a good chance Chris Hemsworth will develop Alzheimer's in when he gets older, but like obviously as long as like he keeps healthy, eats right, exercises, and all that good stuff, he'll be fine. And I hope that is the case. I'm praying for Chris Hemsworth's health and make sure and hoping that he's always healthy. um but here's what I wanted to talk about. So this was on Twitter, right? Let me go to Twitter real quick. I saw it because he was trending and Thor was trending, right? And it says here, Chris Hemsworth says Thor would have to change drastically if he comes back to play the character. I think it will have to be it will have to be a drastically different version, tone, everything, just for my own sanity. Thor lost his mind in the last one. He's got to figure it out now. Okay, I'm gonna read this article and I'm gonna give my thoughts after this, just to wrap it up. And this is an article by boundingintocomics.com. So obviously this is a biased article towards Taika Waititi, and you already. I'm gonna get to my comments at the end. Okay. Chris Hemsworth says his return to the MCU depends on Thor being portrayed drastically different from Taika Waititi's bastardization. Okay. And further confirmation, the actor, like most everyone, is fed up with the director's blatant disrespect for the character. Chris Hemsworth has declared that his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Thor is cognizant on being able to play a drastically different version of the character compared to his portrayal under the irony-laden direction of Taika Waititi. Hemsworth spoke to his potential future as I don't know how to say his his whatever the hell axe or whatever wielding Norse god during November 23rd appearance on entertainment reporter Josh yada yada his podcast. So the reporter asked him, "Where do you go from Thor at this point?" And Hemsworth asserted that while he was unsure if he would even get another chance to pick up a hammer now that his Marvel Studios contract had closed out with Thor: Love and Thunder. Wow, I did not. Oh my gosh, I'm making it to the end of this. Should he ever get a chance to reprise his role, he will love to see thus far career-defining character written in a way more akin to the tortured hero he was in the last two Avenger movies, rather than the brawls over brains comic relief he was in the last two solo outings. I think you have to look at Thor and Thor, The Dark World, and they were quite similar. The actor opened to his host Ragnarok and Love and Thunder similar. I think it's about reinventing him. I think I had such a unique opportunity with Infinity War and Endgame to do very drastic things with the character. I enjoyed that, He added doing his best side steps, calling out Watiti's indifference to good storytelling by name. I like keeping people on their toes, he continued. It keeps me invested. I've said this before, when it becomes too familiar, I think there's a risk of getting lazy because then you go, I know what I'm doing. Ultimately, Hemsworth admitted, so I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I'm invited back. If I was, I think it would have to be drastically different version in tone and everything just for my own sanity. As noted above, this is not the first time Chris Hemsworth expressed public dissatisfaction with Watiti's handling of the God of Thunder. Speaking to Vanity Fair in the wake of the discovery that, as revealed in the 5th episode of his Disney Plus series Limitless, he is genetically predisposed with Alzheimer's disease. Hemsworth was asked by outlet writer Anthony if these experiences focused on longevity changed the way you plan your own future, to which the actor confirmed 100%. I'm just at this point in my life where I'm meeting different directors and people say, "Oh, yeah, look, he's mad. He's a mad genius. He's mad, but he's a genius and he'll make great films." And I'm like, "Is that who I want to spend my days with?" said the actor, taking an unstable dig at Waititi, 4 months, 5 months of shooting, and then you got press and possible reshoots and so on. To this end, he informed the outlet, now if something if something's going to pull me away from my family and kids, it has it's got to be positive, constructive, collaborative experience. I shot with George Miller on the new prequel to Fury Road, part of Mad Max saga. Okay, that's where the spin-off was collaborative. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So here are my thoughts. Here are my thoughts. Okay. Let me go down. I feel like, and y'all know, if y'all go back to my MCU playlist and me talking about superheroes playlist, y'all know I've been dragging Thor Love and Thunder for filth. Okay? Y'all know I've been dragging Thor Love and Thunder for filth. I think that we need to do without Taika Waititi. It's enough now. Like he had his 2 movies. Apparently, I don't know what y'all see in Ragnarok. I didn't see it. For me, I didn't see it for Ragnarok either. And at this point, it's gotten worse in Thor Love and Thunder. We don't need worser. Okay? It's gone from worse to worse. We don't need worser anymore. Get rid of him. Disney, Kevin Feige, I don't know if you're listening to this video. Get rid of Taika Waititi. Bring a new director in. And apparently, Chris Hemsworth is saying George Miller. I have to look up George Miller's like discography and the films that he's done, so that I can see, like, he'll be a good fit for this role. But we need somebody serious, y'all. We need somebody serious. Like it absolutely makes no sense how like the first 2 Thor movies were like Shakespearean and serious, and it really told a really good story, to this like watered down, goofy ass, like, I don't even understand what the hell was going on. And honestly, the way they also did Christian Bale was criminal. The way Taika did Christian Bale was terrible in that film. Okay, it makes absolutely no sense how this is Gore the God Butcher, and yet you had him over here barely having any screen time, barely any violence. So, and here's my personal opinion, right? Because I don't know too much of George Miller's work. I feel like the best people that handle Thor's character well and his personality and everything like that, me personally, I feel like it's the Russo brothers. I feel like it's the Russo brothers. Just looking at, especially Infinity War, the way they handled Thor's character in Infinity War was chef's kiss. They did the damn thing. Like, for me, like, I think my faves within Infinity War for me personally was Thor, Iron Man. Yeah, Thor and Iron Man. Those were my two faves. Like, they really did it for me in that film. Thor worked his ass off to get that axe, to put it together, and then for him to pop up in Wakanda the way that he did. Oh, that was a serve for me. Okay. Endgame, I like Thor too. That's the only time where I really like Thor's comedy, because I felt like it fit in that moment, because it's kind of like a situation where it's like laugh to keep from crying kind of thing. So I understood that. Love and Thunder really, really dropped the ball. Like, at this point, it's deeper than dropping the ball. The ball went to hell. It was terrible. It was terrible. So I think Chris Hemsworth is I think he's putting out dog whistles, honestly. I think he's putting out dog whistles. I think he's sort of just like, hey, like, Taika's not really giving me what I need right now. And it as you can see with the Rotten Tomatoes and with the audience scores, people are not feeling what he's been giving me and what he's been giving this character. We need change. We need change. We need changes. We need Thor. And listen, I don't. Well, no, I do mind the comedy. I'm sorry. At this point, the comedy is so oversaturated in MCU. They need to take away the comedy as it is. Take it all. Like, 1 or 2 lines. That's it. Do not like just bombard me with comedy over and over and over and over and over again. That's why low-key I couldn't really get too much into Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, like that, because it was way too much comedy for me. It was corny. So, and plus Thor's comedy in Love and Thunder was worse. I think Chris Hemsworth was putting out dog whistles, like telling Kevin Feige and them, and now since Bob Iger's coming back, he's gonna be like, hey, like, Taika gotta go. Taika gotta pack his bags and go to Rita Ora's house. Bounce. Okay? And I'm here for it. I'm here. I'm glad that he's kind of speaking out, but kind of not, because he's trying to keep the peace. But it's like he's kind of like, I feel like he's putting out dog whistles. And you know what? I agree. Like, listen, Chris, Thor: Love and Thunder wasn't a good movie, and it's no shade to Chris, because like I feel like it's not Chris's fault, because he was given a script and he acted the way the director and the script wanting him to act, but the movie wasn't good at all. I give it an F. It was terrible. So we'll see what happens. Honestly, we'll see what happens. I do believe that Thor's coming back. I do believe that Chris Hemsworth will be back as Thor. Now the question is, what would be Chris Hemsworth's last time in MCU? I believe it will be in Secret Wars, honestly, y'all. I think they genuinely have to wrap it up. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I feel like now, you know, Evans is gone. Robert Downey Jr. is gone. They gotta wrap it up with Thor. And they gotta wrap it up around Kang-ish and Secret Wars. They gotta wrap it up until before the X-Men and them come, because it's a situation where it's like, now we need a new Avengers. We need that new team. You know, they're building up these new characters and Disney Plus and everything. And even though I don't want him to go, personally, I didn't want anybody to go, honestly. I didn't want Captain America to go, Robert Downey Jr., none of them. But for the storyline's sake, they do got to wrap it up with Chris Hemsworth's story, because it's just a situation where he's like the original Avenger, and then now we got to get the new kids in place to do what they have to do. So, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want Taika Waititi gone, like I do? You know, listen, there's a Taika Waititi hate page at this point, because I've been dragging him in the Thor: Love and Thunder movie for like months now. So when I hear that he's gone, I'll do another video celebrating, you know, celebrate tonight. Come on, please like, comment, and subscribe, y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.